Hello guys, I'm here with you today. I'm very excited. I have my first ever Premier yarn haul. I've never tried ordering from the Premier website before, and I'll let you know how it went. I ordered on the one day and they shipped the yarns out the very next day. And here they are. I ordered all the same yarn. I ordered Premier BASIX DK, I think it was called. I was actually looking for a yarn to complement my Lion brand mandala here. So I was looking for a DK yarn with complementary colours to this beautiful rainbow yarn, which is, let me get the number, Nifflers. This is Nifflers. Now, I love using this yarn, but as you can tell from the skein, there's an awful lot more blue than there is any other colour. So I was looking for colours to complement that. Specifically, I was looking for orange and a lime coloured green. So I've already opened the packet here. Let me get these out and give you my first opinion. You can tell I love colours. Look at these gorgeous colours. That's the first thing I'm noticing, is the colours are very bright, and this is, let me compare it to the Nifflers, just as soft, if not a little bit softer than the Nifflers yarn, the Lion brand mandala. The thickness looks to be about the same. This is a 3-weight DK, Premier BASIX DK. And these are all Premier BASIX DK. On first impressions, very soft, very nice. I like it. Yep, I do. That's the, let me give you the colours. This is the colour blue. Very inventive colour name. Here we have, this was the one I was most excited for, is this colour. And this is the colour orange. Again, very inventive. Very nice, bright colourway. I'm really happy with the colour intensity. And here is my lime green. And as you can see, colourway lime. Very inventive colours. These two are the ones I'm going to be using the most. And I made a mistake ordering this. This is mustard. I actually really should have ordered a purple, but I'm sure I'll find a use for this colour. This is more of a straw colour than a bright yellow, but still very intensive colour. And I was looking for a bright red, and wow, look at this red. Super intense red. This is the colourway red again. Very inventive on the colourway. This yarn is made in Turkey, which doesn't surprise me. Oh gosh, it's so soft, very soft. And I wanted a pinky pink. And this colourway is not called pink, it's called bubblegum. Again, feeling very soft. Now, I ordered these, they shipped out the next day, and they did arrive to me within a few days. So, after my kind of disastrous order from Michael's online, I'm actually really happy with the speed of shipping. They all arrived in one package together, so there wasn't like a bunch of different packages of all the different colours. So there we go. You can see these colours. I'm actually quite impressed with the brightness of the colours, and I think, yep, they're going to complement my Lion brand mandala very well. So, the first thing to do after having a good... So I would rate these, if I had to rate them as softness scale, I'd probably rate them about 3.5 out of 5. They are soft. Are they the softest yarn I've ever felt? No. But this was their budget DK, which was exactly what I was looking for. and they are Ecotex certified as well. For those of you who are interested in the safety of our yarn, which is very important. I'm going to use these to make, amongst other things, granny square earrings. It's my basic granny square earring. I sell a lot of them, but I was not getting enough orange and not getting enough lime in my Lion brand spools here, and so these were the two colours that I really ordered this pack for. And well, you know, you can't order 2 skeins of yarn, you've got to order 6. Or I'm sure there's plenty of you who are going to order a lot more than 6. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is test these bad boys and see how they work up. So let me start with the lime. I'm not going to worry you on camera with trying to find the center pull and all that. I'm just going to run here from the outer pull. We got a little bit of bath here, but we can fix that. That's not a problem. And I'm going to see how these work up and if we get any splitting. And how I get on. I am going to use my favourite hook, Clover Armour, size D hook. And let's see how these work up. So far I've been impressed. I've been impressed with the speed at which these shipped out, how quickly they got to me. And let's have a go. And see, so far no splitting. No splitting at all. Oh, this feels very smooth, and a lot of that I know is the Clover Armour hooks. They are just so soft to work with. Very smooth. And no splitting at all just yet. And I'm hoping that this crochets up about the same size as my Lion brand, because I do intend on using these together with the Lion brand and keeping all these earrings the same size. They are both DK yarns, lightweight 3, but as you all probably know, there is often a lot of difference in the size. So far that worked up beautifully. I'm impressed. For a budget yarn, so far I'm impressed. Now it's time for orange, one of my favourite colours. Again, I'm not going to bore you on camera with trying to find a centre pull. We're just going to work from the outside. This feels so soft. I almost want to say this feels softer than the Lion brand. If it's not softer, it's as soft as the Lion brand. And let's see how this works up, this orange. No, so far it hasn't split once on me. Working up very quickly, super smooth. with the clover. Oops. I didn't spend the time to weave in my ends while I have you guys here. Oop. How many did I do? No, I did one too many. No, that was correct. Because I already done my chain 2. And we are almost done. Last corner. Oh yeah, this feels so soft. I'm really impressed with the softness of this for a budget yarn. Very, very impressed. Definitely feels as soft as the Lion brand. And I believe I paid $2.99 for these. Oh, I have a little error there. We'll fix that. I got caught up. There we go. And we are done. That did not take long at all. So let's snip the end. We have the little, obviously it hasn't been blocked, but the stitch definition is very good. The back side, just pull my, very easy to work with, beautiful colours. Let me grab one of my earrings. So here we have a pair of earrings made up with the Lion brand mandala, and they are just a little bit larger, so this may be a little bit of a heavier yarn, so I might have to go down a hook size and go down to a C hook or a B hook even. But is it that much of a difference? No, not really. Let's take the Lion brand and compare it. Let me get that to focus. The Lion brand on the bottom and the Premier Basics on the top there, the lime green. I think if I go down a hook size, I will definitely have a good match. As you can see there, it is just a little tiny bit bigger, but the hook size will fix that. So my impressions: the price, excellent. The softness, every bit as soft as the Lion brand. The colour, very beautiful. The colours are excellent saturation and not a single, no splitting at all. So it was a pleasure to work with. They look great. They crochet up well. And this being my first order from Premier. Now I have used Premier yarns in the past. I used the Premier Just Chenille to make scrunchies with. Let me show you one of those. This is the Premier Just Chenille that I use for making scrunchies. As you can see, $1.25. I get this from the dollar store. But the problem with buying it from the dollar store is you really don't know what colours they're going to have in stock. So I think that in the future I may just order from Premier and order the Just Chenille that I need in the colours I want and get my Premier BASIX DK at the same time. And that will kill two birds with one stone. So in short, I'm very impressed. I was not expecting it to be so soft. As it's a budget yarn, I was expecting, you know, a bit more along the lines of Red Heart, Super Saver, but it is actually a lot softer than I anticipated. Colours are great. Stitch definition, every bit as good as the Lion Brand yarns. A little bit thicker, but going down a hook size should remedy that, and I am very happy. Well, thank you for watching, guys. I'll get this video uploaded, and I am taking a break for a couple of days. I just had an immunotherapy treatment yesterday, feeling a bit tired today, so I'm gonna be having a rest and letting my body cope with that for a couple of days. And I have really worked a lot. I've had so many orders. I've been busy restocking, and my middle finger here, my tension finger, is really feeling the burn, so I have been wearing a splint on that most of the time. So I do need to give my fingers just a little break from crocheting, but as soon as they are well again, I will downsize to a C hook, or maybe even a 2.5. I may go down to a 2.5mm hook and try with that. And I will crank out some of these in these beautiful new colours. Well, thank you for watching, and hope you enjoyed this review. If you have any questions about this Premier BASIX DK that you want to ask in the comments, fire off. They do seem to have there were a lot of colours. I want to say maybe around 40 colours. I might be wrong there. The exact number I don't have to hand. But they did have a great colour selection. So if I do need more DK yarn, I'm sure I'm going to be able to find more colours that I need. And I will probably, in my next yarn order some Just Chenille along with some of these basic DK, and I see myself using this a lot more in the future. Well, take care. Have a good day. Bye-bye.